Hi guys, this is your girl, Alicia Joya. Thank you for coming to the stream. Right now I'm streaming before I actually leave for work. I leave for work around 6:30 this morning. They had me close, and then all this time it's closed and open, which really sucks. Um, More crap. I mean, not only do I have like a month and a few days left to move and find a place, which I have not been able to find a place. Um, I have um, been moving my stuff into storage, and I'm working 6 days a week. And get this, get this. I'm doing more crap. I've only got a few hours of sleep. Um, can't complain about why, because last night my son had another seizure last night around 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's his is stress related because his ex-girlfriend Shirley is stalking him again. I mean, if you want to know all the bullshit that we've been going through for the past couple of weeks, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but um, his ex-girlfriend Shirley is stalking my son and didn't know where my son's internship was at. And now all of a sudden she knows because she's homeless now. And she's been following my son, and she found where his internship was at, and now his safe place he used to go just to get away from her is now been compromised. On top of that, the father and the mother not only stalk him, but the father and mother have been stalking me. About a week ago, the father came at me at the house, and he actually, him and I had some words, but he threatened me. He like went like this, like he was gonna try to hit me. And if you know the type of woman that I am, I'll come back at your ass. He actually tried to physically threaten me with his body language. And I called him every name in the book. I called him a cunt, a bitch. I called him my footstool. I called him all kinds of shit. Because he was trying to, like, any type of woman is, like, strong at him. He, like, tries to come at them, tries to threaten them. And I'm the type of woman that will, like, go, bitch, I'll kick your ass. And so I actually chased him down the driveway. I've never seen a fat man run so fast. The mother's still trying to stalk me and shit, trying to follow me and shit. And I don't understand why. And we're not even thinking about these people, and they're stalking us. They're taking the time out of their day to stalk us. And we can't get restraining orders through the police department. We found out we can only get restraining orders um, through the courthouse. And there's a lot of bullshit. I don't even got time this morning to even describe it. I might do a second stream. I don't know, when I get to Starbucks. Usually it's my streaming place in the mornings. Um, but make matters worse, Shirley's father, the ex-girlfriend's father, she dropped off a guinea pig because she's homeless, and she knew my son would want to take care of it because the father was threatening to kill it. If you know anything about my son's a very compassionate, very loving. He doesn't want the animal to suffer. He doesn't like animals to suffer, neither do I. It's part of who we are. Even before I was vegan or he was vegetarian, okay? I mean, it's just ingrained the treat life precious in all of life, including bugs and spiders and snakes and things that we don't really care for. We try to treat it with as much love and attention and respect for its life. We try not to do any harm. But there comes a time when you gotta protect yourself. She brought over this guinea pig, and then oh shit, what the hell was that? Peachy, you okay? My cat fell off the counter. You alright, honey? Are you okay? Are you okay? Did you fall down? Go boom. Oh, poor baby. Did you fall down? You hurt yourselves? Oh, don't hurt him, my baby, okay? Oh, my poor kitty fell down, went boom. I've also been, she brought over this guinea pig because the father was threatening to murder it. And so we were taking care of it for that day. That was on Sunday. And then the father came over after I dropped off my boyfriend off at the lawn at his house. My boyfriend was here helping me with my with putting stuff in storage, because you guys know I'm moving. So anyway, so I came back and the father came in threatening my son to get him arrested, have the cops come back to the house if he didn't return back the guinea pig. But it wasn't even his guinea pig, it was Shirley's guinea pig. So he returned back the guinea pig, and guess what? We have the guinea pig back. Shirley dropped it back off yesterday with the cage this time, and we're now fostering or adopting, whatever it is, this guinea pig. But this whole Shirley drama was been non-stop stress for my son, to the point my son's having seizures again. And he has seizures only when it involves her. The last time he had a seizure was because of her. The last time, he was like so much stress. It was just like too crazy and shit. So, I mean, it's pissing me off. Also, another thing that's kind of been going on, which I'll discuss in a moment. Hold on. Take my coffee in here real quick. I'm going to be operating all day long on 2 hours or 3 hours of sleep. But taking care of my son is paramount. Taking care of my son is like, he's 20 years old. I know he's 20 years old. But when you see your son in the middle of the night convulsing and on the ground while he's trying to pee, you kind of just don't care. I've noticed that when my son is about to have a seizure within 1 or 2 hours, he'll call me mommy. It's usually just mom, but he usually calls me mommy. So I stayed awake extra last night because I got home around 1 in the morning, and then we connected in contact. He actually stayed up to talk to me, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning, he dropped like a fly in the bathroom. And so we dealt with the seizure and all that. The other thing I want to mention is my mother's mental health. I've been privately videoing her, which is on my YouTube channel here, but you guys can't see because it's on private. My mother's mental problems have been getting really fucking out of hand, to the point I don't even think I can even take her anywhere, even when I do find a place, because I don't feel safe around her. I don't feel secure, because she does things like a child. Like, she'll flip you off and call you a cunt licker or leslie. She'll call you names and shit, and she forgets. And then remember I told you how Shirley's father threatened to call the cops on my son if he didn't return the guinea pig. Even though my son did return the guinea pig, Shirley went missing apparently. And then Shirley's father, mind you, she's a grown-ass woman, by the way. She's like 20-something years old. Sent the cops to our house and had them talk to my son. And my son doesn't even associate himself with her. She's always stalking him and stuff. But even despite of what Shirley has done, I've forgiven her and all that fun stuff. But the cops came in at 3:36 in the morning on Monday morning. Okay, Monday morning. Sorry, it was all like a blur. Anyways, my mother's mental health is that my mother didn't even remember the cops coming over at 3:36 in the morning. Remember I told you guys a long time ago, or few months ago, I had to change my toothbrush because I smelt it was like a chemical on it, like someone's cleaning the bathroom with my toothbrush. My toothbrush sits like right here. Okay, I smelled chemical. My stuff's been stolen, moved around. Like there's vindictive, dumbass things been done by her, and I don't feel safe. I'm at the point where she's threatening to have people come into the house so they could buy our things. So I'm having to lock shit up and put shit in storage that I value the most because I don't trust anybody to um I don't trust anybody or anything. I mean, I have some things I'm willing to keep, some willing and sell, some it's gonna just throw away. Um, but it's just the whole value of the principle of the matter that I can't trust anybody. You know what I mean? With her, especially with her memory, she can't remember when the cops came over on Monday morning at 3:36 in the morning. I mean, what else are you gonna forget? Important details? Her mind's already slipping already as it is, and she'll flip you off and call you a bitch and a lesbian and call you a cunt licker and shit. And then once you retaliate back, oh, now you're the bad person now because you finally gave her a taste of her own medicine. But I don't feel safe right now, to be honest. I don't feel safe around my own mother, so it's making this whole move very difficult. I want to be able to take all three of us and my cat with me wherever I go. I'm trying to still find a place within my budget, but it just really hasn't been easy or even attainable at this present moment. So I've been trying to get services and stuff. A couple months, about a month or so before my father died, I no, about a couple months before my father died, I applied for HUD and Section 8. I got declined for both of them because I didn't have quote unquote proof that I worked in my county. So this last week on Wednesday when I had my day off, uh, I actually had 2 days off this week, so it was very rare. I used that day to go to the San Diego regional offices and reapply to be on the waiting list to get the discounted, living things. Plus, I've been asking my boyfriend's mother's friend who's dealt with stuff like this on different services and phone calls and numbers and stuff like that that I need to call, things I need to do in order to be able to help myself out of the situation. I'm not expecting or wanting a free handout, anybody. I just want to just live better than this. Okay, take a look at the ceiling. We've been living like this in mold, mildew. We finally just barely got a brand new toilet like couple weeks ago after not having a brand new toilet and not being able to flush our toilet for over 10 years. Okay, our landlady's kicking us out on September 4th. Even though we paid the rent on time, and she's kicking us out because we're quote unquote squatters because we're not on the lease because my father took people off the lease. My father did a lot of shady things before he died, like committing fraud on my AT&T Uverse account. And now I haven't even got the ashes of my father yet. Um, I haven't gotten a lot of things. Haven't even got his death certificates yet. Um, Still waiting on those so I can take care of my dad's bank stuff and his bills. And I mean, he left me with a lot of crap to deal with. And my mother doesn't want to take any responsibility. My mother claims I never gave her the opportunity to deal with any of these things. But my mom also says she didn't want to. So that's where she's like a kid. So there's a lot, I'm not saying in between those, but there's a lot of arguing, a lot of fights, a lot of bullshit. I'm dealing with a lot, and I'm trying not to be an asshole about it. But I really feel very overwhelmed. I feel very overtaxed. And I know I'm on 3 hours of sleep, and I gotta do a full day and be in 2 hours of traffic on the way there and 2 hours on the way back. I have to somehow keep my wits and be sane at the end of the day, you know. And I'm also thinking about taking a very long extended break from Second Life because I won't have my computer. And I have to be making preparations for that event as well. Anyways, it's a long-winded one, I know. I'll probably fill you guys in a little bit more, but my mother's mental health is making moving very difficult and finding a place to live. Um, I could find a place for me and the cat easily, whether it's with living with my boyfriend for temporary or finding a room to rent. But my mom and my son make it difficult. My son would be way easier, but my mom, nobody would want my mother. My mother lies and says she's gone to the Social Security office, and all of a sudden she'll go that they're closed, and then she'll say, "Oh well, she's made an appointment," but then she'll go in when they're closed. But if she's had an appointment with the Social Security office, how is she calling them? See, with Social Security office, she needs those because she's 65 and older, so she can get her disability or her Social Security benefits, but she doesn't do anything. She lies and says she does things and she doesn't. She doesn't even clean the house. She doesn't take a shower. She doesn't, all she eats is potatoes and cheese, sits on the couch, plays cards all day, smokes cigarettes, drinks coffee, and watches TV all day. She doesn't do anything to take care of herself, and she doesn't want to. And she hasn't done that for years. Literally, she hasn't taken a shower in years. I'm not joking. I mean, nobody, she claims that she's gone looking for jobs and stuff, and nobody wants to hire her because of her advanced age, but she hasn't even looked for a job. She hasn't even gone out of the house. She complains when you say, "Mom, let's go take you grocery shopping. You're running out of food." 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, finally, when she's like completely gone of everything, and she finally wants to, okay, I'll go, but I don't want to go when you are ready, when you have a day off. I want to go whenever I want you to take me. It's like, no, I only get so many X amount of days, like so many hours in a day when I can go anywhere. Even on my days I have to go to work. And then when we go shopping, she's out of breath. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm glad, you know, that you finally taking me to the grocery store. I've been asking you for weeks." And then when we go, she's out of breath. But if she's out of breath, then how is she supposed to be going to these job interviews? And how is she supposed to be going to, um, finding jobs and Social Security by herself without her huffing and puffing and being taken forever? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like her, she lies so much, she tries to believe herself, and she just not really in the best mental state. And I don't know how I'm going to take her with me or at all. I need to find some type of elderly care or something because she refuses to take care of herself or go to the doctor. I know, it's a lot in the morning, right? All right, guys, I gotta go. It's that go to work time. I want to finish my coffee and finish my mashed potatoes. I'm having a light snack before I go to work. I'll have breakfast when I get to work. But talk to you guys later. Love you guys. I'm out.